I'm going with at number 5, Russell Westbrook. And guys, this is going to be the most uneasy offseason of Westbrook's career because they're trying to trade him. That's for darn sure, the Lakers. And if they can't trade him, I think they'll release him. So he's not going to be in LA, so he's wondering, where will I end up? And here's the thing. Unlike the other trades, Houston, Washington, the Lakers, whoever trades for him now is not trading for the player. They're trading for the contract. Those other situations, those teams really thought he's going to help us win. His next team will be thinking, let's just get through this next year and get this money off the cap.
Books.
And if Westbrook doesn't, whatever, it's not off the table, Nick. That next year could be his last season. I hate to say that, but he'll be 34 years old. He'll be like 14, 15 seasons deep into his career. And at 34 years old, the same age, guess who was out of the league for a year because he wouldn't adjust to being a role player and a bench player? The great Carmelo Anthony. Could happen to Russ, unfortunately. Yep. All right, at number 4, let's go to MLB. Aaron Judge. All right, Aaron Judge just turned down a 7-year, $230 million plus contract extension offer from the Yankees because he wants reportedly about $360 million over 10 years. Here's why he didn't get it. Because he's hurt too much. His 5 years in the big leagues, he's only played 2 full seasons. 2 seasons of more than 148 games or more. So Aaron Judge, who will be 30 within several weeks, I believe, but certainly soon, he'll be 30 years old. He not only has to have a great season, but he's got to stay healthy. And that's been his biggest challenge. If he doesn't do that, that lucrative deal, maybe not even $230 million, will be waiting for him after this season. All right, at number 3, let's go back to the association. Chris Paul, CP3, Phoenix Suns, best team in the league this year. Yes. Because this is his best chance, Nick, and maybe his best last chance to win a championship. And here's the thing about Chris Paul. Now, you say we both have him as a top 5 point guard of all time. Yeah. The 4 that are ahead of him, they all got championships. All right. If Chris, and some people, is Stockton better? Was Nash as good or better? A championship would separate Chris from those questions, and he would absolutely, definitively be in most people's top 5. Okay? But here's the thing, too. Chris doesn't have a ring. It's not only different circumstances. A lot of times it's been on him getting injured, or a great clutch player even coming up small, making uncharacteristic turnovers or bad plays in critical moments. So this is huge for Chris. They're my pick, and they got to get it done. All right, at number 2, staying in the association, James Harden. Look, we all know he's done everything on the court you could do, everything in the league you could do except win a ring. And like CP3, some of it's on him. His reputation, we know it, shrinks in the big moments. Can't get it done in the game 6s and 7s. And here's the scary part, guys. In April of this season, James Harden's averaging 16 points on 36% shooting, 27% from 3. And Toronto, their first round matchup is not going to be a cakewalk. Toronto beat them 3-1 during the regular season series. And of course, Matisse Thybulle won't be there when they're playing in Toronto. So James Harden, if he doesn't get Philly out of the first round, Embiid won't catch most of the heat. It will be James Harden and Doc Rivers, but James Harden. And that $250 million contract extension he wants, a lot of Philly fans are not going to want Daryl Morey to give that to him. At number 1, look, until he's got a crew, a team, an organization that capes for him, Baker Mayfield. Especially after this interview, where, as Wiles pointed out, he's got the dog who's just looking bizarre on the couch next to him, and he says he feels disrespected. Jimmy G could say the same thing. Tua Tagovailoa could say the same thing. Mitch Trubisky, Marcus Mariota, they all could say that, but they're not. It's the business, Baker. You got to understand that. And so until you do, and get a team, you're under duress.
Okay, fantastic list as always. I have one addition, and it pains me to put a personal hero on the Bud list. Broussard, you'll appreciate this, as you're an NBA historian. You know, in the olden days, when Bob Cousy was playing for Holy Cross, America was big on college basketball, more so than the NBA. We're like, wow, that seems weird. Until you think about North Carolina. What is going on with the Hornets? I'm putting Michael Jordan on the list. Yet last night, the Hornets lost by 29.
Thank God.
The GOAT?
Nicholas,
what a
be
pick.
quiet.
That's the best pick we could find.
He's trying.
How about him dunking?
Last year,
the Jumpman logo.
The Hornets, he's not dunking anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's ancient history.
Let him do his thing.
Last year,
do your thing.
The Hornets gave up 144 points to the Pacers in the play-in. So back-to-back play-in embarrassments. So I know we're thinking like, let's give the Hornets some time. We're running out of time. Can we look at the statistics since Michael Jordan has been in charge of the Hornets? Well, worst win percentage, okay. They're all the terrible teams. Not great. The Nets I almost give a mulligan on because if you switch states, you get a restart. Here's the other thing. Playoffs. Broussard, look at Michael Jordan. Mr. Last Dance. Mr. like winning is all that matters. 3 playoff wins since 2006.
Yeah, it seems like it should matter.
So, I just feel like, and it pains me, but the Bud list, we've said it multiple times, Nick, it's not an indictment, it's an inspiration that something needs to happen in Charlotte. Because having 3 playoff wins since 2006 ain't it.
Yeah.
So, and I know I'm putting red meat into the Lions' den here. So go ahead.
Well,
not great.
16 years running the team, 4 winning seasons,
you just
3
threw
playoff
raw meat
appearances.
to a hungry dog.
No, I mean, listen, I'm just going to respond to Wilds here. I mean, one season where they won a single playoff game, and a draft history that includes Adam Morrison at 3, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist at 2, Cody Zeller at 4, Noah Vonleh at 9, Frank Kaminsky at 9, turned down 4 first-round picks to draft Frank Kaminsky. He did draft SGA, but traded him on draft day. Good job, Mike. And you can be like, oh, Nick, but that should not impact how we view his basketball career. Okay, well, how about this? What if Michael Jordan, late in his career, made a critical error on who to team with, and it undercut his team's chances of making the playoffs? Does that affect how we view guys? Because one would argue we have had a dissertation about LeBron teaming up with Russ and forcing the team to do it. What if LeBron, instead of drafting Pau Gasol or Tyson Chandler, who you could have traded for Elton Brand, drafted Kwame Brown? And that's the biggest reason he didn't see the playoffs his final 2 years in the league. The 2 years we pretend didn't happen, but when he was still playing and picking the players. Should that have... I guess my question is this, Brew. Should Michael Jordan, the actual GM and actual team owner, get, 20% of the criticism that LeBron James, the shadow GM and shadow team owner, gets for having a dysfunctional season when he has had a dysfunctional 16 years? I'm just curious. I'm just a guy out here asking questions. I'm just curious.
LeBron is still playing. He's in our face every day.
So was Michael.
And I will remind you, Nick, when Jordan...
So was Michael.
Right. And guess what? Michael got a lot of criticism. I was around that Washington team, Jordan's last year. Most of the guys in the locker room didn't like him. Disliked him greatly. It was written about too. So, but that didn't stick to him, and this won't stick to LeBron. And here's why I wouldn't put MJ on the under duress list. I like the motivation, while the inspiration and the graphics and all that were accurate. No, but here's the thing. Number one, he's the owner. When you're the owner, you're not gonna fire yourself. You're not under duress.
So Jeannie Buss?
You pulled
I
the
put Jeannie
strings.
Buss on the
You
list.
called the shots. Yeah, but she's the owner too. How's she under duress? She's chilling.
Yeah.
All right? And the only time owners are under duress is when they have character issues. Donald Sterling, George Shinn, the former owner of the Charlotte team, and Jerry Richardson, who lost the Carolina Panthers because of personal issues. So that's when owners are under duress. Number two, I told y'all a few weeks ago, and it's true, you know it, Jordan's reached Ali status, where nothing's gonna stick to him. He can't do any wrong. He's Michael Jordan. He's become mythical. With people buying his shoes that never even, their parents didn't even see him play, let alone them. So he's fine. And here's the third reason he can't be on the under duress list, at least not right now. He did get it right with LaMelo Ball. And you know what young stars do.
Give me a break.
And I'm not saying LaMelo's on
Pick
quite
names
on
out
this
of the hat
level.
for 15
But
years.
Ja Morant's turn,
Picking in the top
fine.
5.
Hey, fine. But this time, he got it right.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.